And welcome, everybody, to Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Coverage by the Prep of the CHSL Cardinal Division Championship here on this beautiful morning. My name is Chad Bush alongside Matt Derry. Glad to be with you on this great morning to celebrate Catholic League baseball, Matt.
Chad, it's an honor to be here with you. Should be a lot of should be a lot of fun. 4 really good teams, some youth that has just come out and played great baseball. If you talk about the second game with Brother Rice and all their young guys, and of course today too with Liggett taking on Cardinal Mooney and Liggett's sophomore class, which is loaded. But this is where they wanted to be. They wanted to get to Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan for this very day, and let's play some baseball.
Let's do it. The number 1 team in Division III has taken the field in the powder blue uniforms, a la St. Louis Cardinals back in the 80s. Grosse Pointe University Liggett, the Knights, come in 22-2 on the year on a 22-game winning streak. They lost their first 2 to St. Mary's and Grosse Pointe North. No shame in either of those. All they've done is rattle off 22 straight wins. They are coached by Dan Samini, and Grosse Pointe Liggett is the reigning champion from 2019 in the Cardinal Division Championship. They will take on Cardinal Mooney, who's no slouch in their own right. They're the number 2 team in Division IV. So Cardinal Mooney is also star-studded, and they've lost just 3 times this year, 21-3 for Cardinal Mooney under head coach Mike Rice. And we'll get the starting lineup right now for Cardinal Mooney and the Cardinals. And they will start with Anthony D. Giuseppe in left field. Batting second in center field is Trent Rice, the sophomore, and their top hitter. Batting third is Blake Lutzy, the sophomore also. He's going to do the pitching today. Cleanup hitter is Rocco Comito, the senior at first base. The number 5 hitter is Ryan Trombley. The 6th hitter is Luke Giulio at second base. Nathan Super is the DH today. Batting 8th is Thomas Rice doing the catching. And batting 9th at shortstop is Ty Bodecker. And the starting pitcher for Grosse Pointe Liggett on the mound is Kurt Barr, number 16. And we are just underway from Jimmy John's Field. Of course, we start with a 1-1 count, Matt Derry, and the teams are used to that. And on this beautiful day, we have baseball.
We do. It's a great day, Chad, and you talked about these 2 teams. Just been so red hot to get here to this point. 5 guys hitting over 400 for Cardinal Mooney. And then, of course, Liggett, like we mentioned, with that star-studded sophomore class.
Quickly ahead, 0-2. The count starts at 1-2, so officially it's 1-2. This is D. Giuseppe having a great year, 419, one of those 5 guys that Matt talked about that's batting over 400 in Mike Rice's lineup. Quickly ahead, though, is the pitcher Kurt Barr, and he looks at one low. It's 1 or make it 2-2.
I got to get used to this count stuff.
I know. We'll try to stay consistent.
You know, you've tried to get me into these games, and I've been super busy now at 3-2. But well, you like the fact that this young right-hander is immediately kind of working both sides of the plate. Fastballs in, breaking stuff away.
Kurt Barr, the right-handed pitcher, in at third base is the third sacker Green, and he got him on strikes. So 1 up and 1 down. In the Cardinal Mooney, bottom of the first. They've had a strong year, just 3 losses. 1 to Frazier in their 5th game of the year, and then 1 to Richmond the following game. Richmond's number 2 in Class C. And then they split with Shrine, who's 7 in Class C. So a competitive schedule for Cardinal Mooney. There's a chopper up the middle. Shortstop will handle it, Purify, throw to first, and they got him by a half step. Out at first, and a close play is Trent Rice.
Jaron Purify, very, very smooth at shortstop, sophomore, Michigan commit. But he took his time. These guys aren't used to playing maybe in a field like this. I know they've played at Comerica Park and everything else, but close play, good hustle down the line, but Purify made the play.
That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, and that's Blake Lutzy, Lutzky. The lefty cuts and misses through a fastball. Glad you're with us from Jimmy John's Field. First time ever there's been a championship
How about that?
in the Catholic League other than Comerica Park, Tiger Stadium, or Briggs Stadium. Another foul back at the fastball from the right-hander, Kurt Barr. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the first. Glad you're with us here on the Prep. My name is Chad Bush. His name is Matt Derry.
How about the Knights the other day? Beat Shrine 1-0 down at Comerica Park in the semifinals. That game breezed by.
Breezed by on that fastball. Cut on and missed. And it's 3 up and 3 down. As we go to the bottom half of the first, we'll come on back and meet the starting lineup of the University Liggett Knights right after this.
I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field. Let's meet the starting lineup for Grosse Pointe University Liggett, the Knights. They're 22-2 and 15-0 in the Catholic League under Dan Cimini. This is a program that has piled up titles in the Catholic League since they entered about 8 years ago, and they won the Catholic League championship against Riverview Gabriel Richard down at Comerica Park in 2019, 2-0. The starters, Jaron Purify will lead off. He's the number 1 rated player in the class of 2023, according to Perfect Game. The Michigan commit, as Matt mentioned, at shortstop leads it off for the Knights. Joey Randazzo is in left field. Kurt Barr, the pitcher, bats third. Ryan Jones, the catcher, will bat cleanup. He's also ranked in the top 30 in the class of 2023. That'll be a theme we'll continue to talk about. Matt Green bats fifth. He'll be at the hot corner. Jack Jones is the DH. The Michigan State commit will bat sixth. Oliver Service is in center field. He'll bat seventh. Preston Barr is in right field. He'll bat eighth. And batting ninth at second base is Reggie Sharp. And the pitcher for Cardinal Mooney is Julian Iodice, spelled I-O-D-I-C-E. And he wears number 9, and he is a junior pitcher. And we got a modification. I apologize. It's Blake Lutsky. So Lutsky is on the mound. Sorry about that, folks.
Watched him in warm-ups. A lot of fastballs, and immediately starts off with a breaking ball to open up the at-bat.
So this is Jaron Purify, the shortstop. Going to be a Wolverine. There will be several future Wolverines playing in the championship game later today for Orchard Lake St. Mary's as they take on Brother Rice. This one is popped up, foul territory. First base side, drifting over is Comito, and he makes the catch and then falls to the ground for just a little bit of fun and excitement. And there's 1 up and 1 down for Liggett in the bottom of the first. No score, no hits yet.
Here's the thing, Chad, that both teams need to be aware of. You play games at Jimmy John's Field, and you and I have worked here for years as well. A lot of foul territory, a lot of ground to cover for third baseman, first baseman, catchers, and obviously the corner outfielders. So a pop-up like that, maybe anywhere else, would be out of play, would be hitting into the fans and stuff at high school stadiums. Not here. A lot of room, certainly in the foul territory areas.
It's not quite the Oakland Coliseum.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but it's big.
There's a lot of room to roam out here. They give you the mic out here, and you would roam
I
from
have
corner
been
to corner.
Just about every spot for USPBL games last few summers.
You've done a great
job
a
lot of
for
fun.
This league. It's a nice league, and for the fans that aren't aware, it's 4 teams that play in-house, play year-round, and Andy Appleby and Dana Schmidt, they've got quite the operation they've run here. And I know you're tight with that crew as well.
Independent baseball, but it's been fantastic. Certainly last year with everything that went on, Chad, with the pandemic, and they had more. They had a season, but it was a limited number of games and obviously limited fans. But they'll be opening back up May 28th and getting this thing rolling again with fans in the stands. It'll be great.
Fields is in great shape as well. Cut and a miss. Down on strikes is Randazzo. So that's a strikeout, the first of the game for Lutsky. So 2 are out, and that'll bring up the number 3 hitter in the lineup for Dan Cimini. This is Kurt Barr, the pitcher.
Lutsky went high fastball there, and gosh, we've seen this so many times, Chad, and I'm interested in watching today with the 2 high school games. The approach, the 2-strike approach of these hitters. Boy, at the big league level right now, 2-strike approach is just non-existent. Everybody's trying to hit the ball at the ballpark.
Well, and that's, and you're working on something a little different here and being protective and starting with a ball, starting with a strike.
Right.
It forces you to put the bat on the ball, not necessarily go yard, right?
Shorten up.
This one is flown to right, foul territory near the line. It will hit about a few feet in foul territory, just to the left of IODC in right field. Tried to put him on the mound, but he's in right field. He's actually playing in the field for the DH, Nathan Super.
You got Kurt Barr and Preston Barr for Cardinal Mooney, and then Liggett for Liggett,
yeah.
And then you've got the Rice boys for Cardinal Mooney.
A couple of brother tandems. There's a fly ball center field, playable for Rice, and he makes the catch head high for out number 3. We go to the top of the second from Utica, Michigan, Jimmy John's Field, the CHSL championship game right here on the Prep. Thanks for hanging out on this Thursday morning.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Today's broadcast brought to you by our friends at the Q5 Experience. Hey, business owners, have you thought about selling your business? What will that look like down the road? The Q5 Experience is a group that can help you. Q5 is a collaboration between financial, business, and personal development professionals that will walk you through a proven process, setting you and your company up for transition. Q5 is the 5th quarter of your business. If you want to build transferable value, set yourself up for succession success with your company, you got to contact the folks at Q5. For more information about the Q5 Experience, give me, Matt Derry, a call at 248-482-3600 or send me an email at mderry, D-E-R-Y, at financialarch.com. The Q5 Experience, transformation through value creation. Chad?
Yeah, thank you very much, Matt Derry, and we experienced that yesterday. There was a Q5 gathering, and what a great collaboration of some business minds that were.
Yes.
I don't know why I was invited with all that knowledge.
Because you're a big star as well.
Yeah, right. Get out of here. But no,
you're a business professional.
Well, sure.
So it was fun. Thank you.
Thank you. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Cardinal Mooney under the leadership of Mike Rice, the head coach. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. And that means Rocco Comito, Ryan Trombley, and Luke Giulio.
What are your thoughts on the Mooney uniforms?
They're dark.
They're dark.
There's a chopper to third, handled cleanly by Green across the diamond to Leonard, and there's quickly one up and one down here in the top of the second inning. So Division 4 used to be Class D. So if you look at that, Liggett has 3 state titles, 2013, 2011, and 1979. That's in Class D. But if you go to Class C, where they've also resided and where they're at right now, they have titles, count them up, 3 of them. So put that for Liggett as we get a head duck ball. You combine them, and I mean, you've got titles, 6 of them for Liggett, 3 in Class D and 3 in Class C. Pretty cool.
These are all impressive programs. Of course, we'll see St. Mary's and Rice in the finale today, this doubleheader.
Championship baseball. Yes, we will. We're excited for that.
Give this kid Ryan Trombley some credit. First pitch at his head. He's right back in there. He kind of stared down the pitcher a little bit. I'm sure there was no intent.
No.
But, these are high school kids. Oh, man, he goes outside with the fastball and gets him.
Well located on the outside corner. That's a strikeout. And that is strikeout number 3 so far for the right-handed pitcher, Kurt Barr, as we get another look at it.
See the replay here. A little paint on the outside. Look at that.
Wide
strike zone. Wide strike. Late movement. Yes, Mr. Price. Art of pitching. Art of pitching right there.
It took us to the second inning.
How many of those references are we going to have today, brother?
Oh,
my goodness.
Aren't you from local? Aren't you local to this beautiful stadium? You're not too far. You didn't have to drive.
It wasn't
out to
too
Orchard
bad.
Lake. I didn't make you do that.
You did not.
There's a line drive, base hit to center field, and the game has seen its first hit. It comes off the bat of Luke Giulio with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning.
outside fastball, and he just served it into center field. We talk so many times now as you watch baseball and you hear about launch angle and guys trying to hit the ball in the park, and obviously this is a big field for Jimmy John's Field, 395 to dead center, but I love that piece of hitting there by Julio. 1 on and 1 out for Mooney.
181 runs scored for Mooney on the year, the number 2 team in Division 4. Just 1 loss in Catholic League play this season. That was to Shrine back on the 1st of the month. And they're on an 11-game win streak. They've given up just 44 runs.
Kurt Barr topping out at about 87, throwing hard. I know we're so used to watching Major League Baseball and these guys pumping it up there in the 90s.
Do they have a gun out there?
They do, right on the scoreboard.
How about that? I'm glad you tracked that. Was not aware. Runner on first is Julio. And strike 3. Down on strikes is Nathan Super. So the game's first hit is stranded as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. No score for the Catholic League Championship. My name is Matt Derry. Or my name is Chad Bush. His name's Matt Derry.
Yes, sir.
And there's the strikeout as we see to end the inning. We'll keep it right here. Jimmy John's Field, 68 degrees and climbing today. We saw the balls going out of the yard the other day at Orchard Lake. Saw 4 home runs in that game. Guys start to feel a little better this time of year, and the warm weather really does help advance the game, make it more interesting, too.
There's no question about it. You start playing games in March, and it's cold, and you're gripping the bat a little bit tighter, and ball doesn't carry as much when it goes to the outfield. You mentioned the game the other day. I got a chance to watch a lot of it right here on the prep, and boy, oh boy, every time you thought St. Mary's might be in trouble, and you say, oh my gosh, could the Eaglets actually lose? A big hit, a home run kind of put them back into the game, and then obviously over the hump against GPN.
Yeah, the Nolan Schubart towering drive to right, and St. Mary's had to come from behind twice against Grosse Pointe North. Grosse Pointe North is a team that Grosse Pointe Liggett has competed against and competed well. They played North in their first game of the year and lost 7-4. Liggett would lose their next game as well to the aforementioned St. Mary's Eaglets, 12-6. Down in Grosse Pointe, those 2 teams will play again.
Yes.
In Grosse Pointe, back looking forward on the 29th, Saturday. So, they have scheduled up. Mooney playing up today. And right now, the pitcher on the mound, Lutsky, will face the right-hander, number 24, for Grosse Pointe Liggett. This is Ryan Jones, the catcher, ranked 27th in the class of 2023.
Jones, Green, and Jones, middle of the order, against this left-hander.
Fly ball right field, not deep. 320 to right down the line, by the way. Catch is made by IODC. In medium depth right field. 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the second, no score. This is the Cardinal Division Championship of the Detroit High School League Championships.
So, Chad, we've only seen 1 hit so far. Again, you're getting used to the batter's eye. These kids were out early taking infield. I'm not sure they took BP this morning.
They did not, at least here.
Yeah, you're going to get some guys getting used to the scenery here for sure.
15 shutouts on the year for Cardinal Mooney.
And again, Liggett played Monday at Comerica Park. That was a 1-0 game.
Yeah, very close game, and back-to-back games for Liggett that they've won by just 1 run. They did have a nice stretch where they were clocking teams, and they've played a competitive schedule. They've had their big wins this year, 10-0 over Foley, 16-1 over Foley. They beat Portage Northern 11-0. This one's lifted foul out of play. It's a 2-strike count now. As this is Green, the batter, Matthew Green, top 50 ranked in the class of 22. He's a junior, and he's the cleanup hitter for Dan Cimini.
They're going to have a really, really strong team next year.
Can you imagine?
All the young guys they've got.
Breaky ball stays outside. No, you're not kidding. And Coach Rice has something going at Mooney as well. They've got some youth. So both teams are going to stick around for quite some time. But, yeah, Liggett loaded in that class of 2023, that sophomore class. So now it's a full count.
Lutsky loses his hat. Yeah. On every, now, here's the thing. You can't, and our man Pat over here, the legendary Pat Bush, noticed this too, but it's only on breaking balls. Now, you can't say you're tipping pitches.
It's after the fact.
Right, but every time, look at that. Every pitch, Blake Lutzke's hat falls off.
Yeah.
That time was a fastball, but originally when he was throwing the breaking stuff, his hat was falling off, so he's trying to fix it. It's got a lot of hair.
It's extra effort. And when you're a pitcher, you get a look at it. Yeah, it falling off on the replay.
Off.
Thank you, Alex. There's a fly ball left field. This one's deep. On the track, running, making the catch in left field is D. Giuseppe for out number 2.
Wow.
Gave it a ride. That was out of the box in a hurry.
Matthew Green is an impressive player. Loved the play, made it third base with the arm, and then that time, watch this, got himself a fastball and hit it hard into left field, but D. Giuseppe running it down right in front of the warning track.
Yeah, and these kids aren't all used to a warning track, Matt. right? I mean, a true transition to a warning track.
From grass to gravel.
Yeah,
right. Yep.
That's an adjustment. So here is Jack Jones. He chops one to short. This will be Bo Decker. He'll flip over to first easily to Comito, and that'll retire the side. So no hits across, a clean inning. We go to the top half of the third in the Catholic League Championships in the Cardinal Division. No score from Jimmy Johns Field.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
Welcome back. No score. This is the Catholic League Championship. I want to tell you about our friends at LaFontaine Cadillac. For over 40 years, the LaFontaine Automotive Group has been committed to supporting our local community. Beyond delivering an excellent customer experience, their mission is to build lifelong relationships, connect families, and strengthen communities. It's what the family deal is all about. The LaFontaine Automotive Group is proud to support the nationally ranked Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglet team and all Detroit Catholic League baseball teams each year. LaFontaine Cadillac, proud sponsor of Catholic League Championship Baseball here on the Prep. My name is Chad Bush. His name is Matt Derry. Glad to be back with you in this ballpark calling baseball. It's been a while. We took a timeout last year, but we've had some fun in this booth.
We have. Your buddy, JJ the Bat Dog, saw you today. There was no overly loving hugs and kisses, which is good.
I was almost offended.
Well, the last time, and you told this story the other day on the broadcast, the last time you were here calling USPBL with me on ESPN3,
yes.
JJ the Bat Dog took a liking to you, and it was uncomfortable.
For everyone
like
involved.
Attacking you. And so today I'm glad to hear everything went well.
Thank you,
and it was
buddy.
just a hello.
Yeah, it was. It was a greeting, a warm one, a couple of pets, a hug, and he went off and did his thing. JJ the Bat Dog is amazing, by the way. He goes out and fetches bats.
That's right.
Some teams have bat boys. They have a bat dog, and his name is JJ, the field general.
That's correct.
Yeah. And we've gotten friendly before, and it was good to just kind of have a nice, warm greeting today.
And call it a day.
Yeah. I kept the steak out of my pocket. There's a chopper back to the mound. Barr handles it easily and fires over to Leonard. And there's quickly one out here in the top half of the third. So out is Rice, and that'll bring up Bo Decker. This is Ty Bo Decker, the shortstop, and just a freshman for Cardinal Mooney.
Some young players on both sides, and you got to give these kids a lot of credit. They have been chomping at the bit to play and get a season in. As you see, Thomas Rice ground out 1-3, but last year, Chad, having to miss all of that baseball and then to come back and go through the protocols, and obviously some things have loosened up with the CDC guidelines lately, and these kids they're playing a lot of games. They're moving a lot of games through their schedule here as we get close to graduation and the end of the school year.
That's right. Cardinal Mooney's won 21 of their 24 games this year.
And they got more to play.
And they do have more to play. And they'll take on Chippewa Valley coming up on Saturday. And they're also going to stay on the road, play South Lake, Lutheran North in a doubleheader.
The South Lake Cavaliers. Onward South Lake. That's my wife's alma mater.
How about that? Is it really?
Yes, it is.
My goodness. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Out on strikes is Bodecker. Another K for the right-handed hurler, Mr. Barr.
Yeah, Barr just painting corners right now, going inside on right-handed hitters, backing them away, and then the umpire has a bit of a wide zone, so some of the outside stuff is getting called, and that time Bodecker had no chance.
Strikeout number 5 in the morning for Liggett. How about these uniforms, the powder blues with the red?
I love them. I think they are
pretty fresh.
Fantastic.
Huh? Yeah, I like them a lot.
Yeah, Kurt Barr working under the tutelage of their pitching coach, the legendary Joe Loria at Liggett.
Joe Loria, part of that staff. Stephen Cathan, Rick Leonard, and Connor McCarron round out Dan Cimini's staff. You got some time with Joe Loria?
I know Joe very well. He runs the Macomb Batting Cage's Muck Dogs travel team in the summer.
Right on.
Does a great job.
Swing and a miss on a slider down and away. The leadoff man, D. Giuseppe, is out, and we're cruising along. We're going to the bottom half of the third. No score yet from Jimmy John's Field. This is Catholic High School League coverage on the Prep.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played. We are responsible for helping the MHSA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe all athletes should be competitive,
Sportsmanlike, and excel academically. We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers helping student athletes develop,
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
No score yet. We're in the Cardinal Division Championship game. His name is Matt Derry. My name is Chad Bush. And we're glad to be with you. We've got a title game at 12:30. Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Brother Rice. We'll have coverage for you there. It's a separate link, by the way. It's a free broadcast live link. It's also available on demand. On demand's going to cost you $7.50. It's worth it, I promise. And the free live one is too. We're trying to do our best, but these kids have really given us a great opportunity, Matt.
Yep.
To call. I mean, this is championship level baseball, number 2 in Division 4 in Mooney, and number 1 in Class C in Liggett.
Yeah, we appreciate these schools allowing us to be here. It continues for Blake Lutzke. Every pitch, his hat's falling off. Now, you have to figure a comebacker to him could be a concern. You don't want to step on his hat. He doesn't want to slip and fall.
Right.
He's got a nice head of hair, but, boy, the hat just keeps flying off.
He does. We saw this with Lally, the pitcher for Grand Blanc, a couple weeks ago. This happened, a similar thing. This is Oliver Service. He is the number 9 ranked player according to Perfect Game in the class of 2023. He's a center fielder, and he bats 7th in the lineup for the Liggett Knights. 22-2, 15-0. They've scored 179 runs this year. There's 304 students that go to that fine institution in Grosse Pointe.
Not sure what's going on here. The first baseman came in to have a discussion with Lutzke. Comito and Lutzke talking to the catcher. I'm not sure what that was all about, but
talking about prom, perhaps. Graduation.
Man.
Here comes the 2-1. Outside, he walked him. So the game's first walk comes here in the 3rd inning, in the bottom of the 3rd with no score. And this is a service. So on with a walk. Here's Preston Barr, the brother of the pitcher, Kurt Barr. He's the number 8 hitter.
Well, in a game like this, Chad, now we got to talk about it.
Yep.
We've not seen much offense. We have 1 hit in the bottom of the 3rd. Are you laying a bunt down here?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. This is a freshman in Preston Barr, so you'd have to think that you want to make it easy for him, and sometimes a bunt when you got a third baseman like Trombley.
He's in. He thinks it's coming.
Smells your Wheaties. You got some decisions to make. This is down and in, so 1-0 the count. The hat count continues, and out to have a word with his pitcher is Rice. And so, yeah, I mean, service at first runs well, and you think this would be a spot where maybe you can steal him over.
And here's another thing, and I've seen this in USPBL games. You lay down a bunt, you get a bad throw, that ball will roll for a long time.
You got it.
A lot of foul ground.
Showing bunt, pulls it back, and it's called strike one. 1-1 the count. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Well placed by Lutzke. Infield and double play depth. In halfway up and very close at third is Trombley. Squares to bunt, gets it down, foul. He will be out, I believe, right? He's bunted with 2 strikes. He should be out if it's.
We had a strike before, unless that was a call to ball. If the count starts at 1-1, and that pitch that was with the foul ball on a 2-strike.
If you bunt on a 2 strikes,
yeah.
And yeah, well.
So that must have been called a ball. The umpire,
suppose.
I thought, made the signal for strike, but he did not.
The bunt is down. Over to field it is Lutzke. He bobbles, throws to first, and they get him by a half step. Ooh, close play, but credit Lutzke, who stayed with it, Matt, after the bobble.
Wow.
Runner advances to second in scoring position.
Close play at first. Obviously, a tie goes to the runner. Lutzke made the play. You're right, kind of stumbled a little bit, but still made the play. And let's see.
Credit Barr for putting that bunt down, yeah.
Let's see. Wow, that was close.
Yep.
Bang, bang. Tough to tell.
Yep. Umpires today, 4 of them. In a regular Catholic League game, there's just 2. So a runner at second, advancing to second on the sacrifice is Service. And Reggie Sharp grounds one to third sharply. Picked up by Trombley, fires to first, he's out. Advancing to third safely is Oliver Service. So runner at third now, 2 outs, and that'll bring us to the top of the lineup for Jaron Purify, the University of Michigan commit, and the leadoff man and shortstop.
Nice play by Trombley, made the right play, took a look, fired it across to get the sure out. Good base running by Service to go. The one thing that kind of scared me a little bit was Rocco Comito making that throw across the diamond shaft. If that
Sometimes
one gets
you
away,
want to swallow it.
Right. I mean, he had no chance to get him, but nice play by Trombley to kind of block the baseball.
Sure was. Purify the batter, and he rips one foul down the third base line. He flew out to the first baseman his first time up.
And the ball just jumps off of Jaron Purify's bat, doesn't it?
Yep.
That's the reason he's your leadoff man.
Just a sophomore, number 1 ranked player in the sophomore class in the state of Michigan. Itching to get a guy home, but he swings and misses. Struck him out. Lutzke, with the walls closing in and a runner at third, strikes out the top player in the sophomore class. And we keep this thing scoreless as we go to the top of the 4th. We're back at Jimmy John's Field in Utica right after this.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Kurt Barr back on the bump for Liggett, and he's been the story of the game thus far. He has struck out 6 of the 9 batters in this game. 6 of the 10 batters in this game.
Yeah, only allowed 1 hit, Chad. We've seen 1 base hit through 3. And it's been a pitcher's duel, like you said, with the rules and starting every count with 1 ball and 1 strike. It certainly speeds up the game and is an advantage for the pitcher.
It is indeed. Weather could get up to the mid-80s today, creeping over 70 right now. Good morning from Utica on the Upper East Side.
Yes. You and I had a nice chat yesterday, and you said, get here by 9. I said, 9 at night? We're playing early today,
Early
brother.
morning baseball.
I like it.
We kept it nice and close for you.
Nice area.
Nice area, this Utica.
Great folks as well.
Yes, sir. Dimensions, it's 320 down the right field line, 315 down the left field line, 395 to center. And in the gaps, I'll take a guess, it's about 365.
Yeah.
There's no signs out there. This is a ground ball up the middle. This is Rice. Julio to field it, throw to first. It's not in time. That was Sharp, by the way, at second. That'll be an infield hit. The second hit of the game for Mooney. And they're in business with their leadoff man on to start the fourth.
Trent Rice put it in play. Sharp had to go to his right, and I'm not saying he nonchalanted it, but he did not rush that at all.
No, he didn't.
And with Rice running hard, good speed, he's able to beat it out. Infield single, second hit of the day for CMHS.
It's Rice's 28th hit of the year. He leads the team. There's a rip to left. That's down. That's a base hit. Cut off in left field by Randazzo. And it's station-to-station baseball, so back-to-back sharp hits off a Barr. Cardinal Mooney clipping for that upset, clicking up their heels.
In business, Blake Lutzke, the helmet stayed on. The hat didn't go flying, but Blake, really nice piece of hitting there. Serving it into left. The pitcher's on the outer half of the plate. And 2 on and nobody out. And now here's your cleanup man in Rocco Comito. I don't think he's bunting. Third baseman now coming in a little bit.
Rice at second, Lutzke at first.
Let him
no,
swing.
I don't think he's
let
bunting.
Him swing it. Oh.
There's a throw to center field. And so this will advance him. Throw coming from Service, not in time. Both runners advance on the error on the pitcher or the shortstop. Take your pick.
That'll be an error. That'll be E1 because nobody touched the baseball. So,
yep.
But he thought, Purify would be there to cover. Purify and Sharp, they were not on the same page. There was nobody at second. He turned for the pickoff play, and now the infield coming in. Chad, our first threat of this game.
How about it? Second and third, nobody out. Liggett in trouble here in the fourth. Cardinal Mooney looking to pull the upset, the number 2 team in Class D. Who's number 1? Beale City, the Aggies from mid-Michigan. Pat Bush's former rival at Sacred Heart.
It's our second PB mention of the day.
I know, that's
won't
enough.
Be the last.
He's cut off. Yes, it will. Comito chops to stay alive. It's 0-2. No, he deserves the mentions.
He eats this up with a spoon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Rocco Comito, the senior.
I'm sure Pat had many long chats with St. Mary's pitching coach Dan Petrie. Those two, I'm sure, could
he
chew the fat for a while.
And I tell you what, our color commentator a couple weeks ago from Grand Blanc who came down, Pete Scribner, he brought baseball cards to be signed.
Oh, wow.
By Coach Dan Petrie, the pitching coach for St. Mary's. Squares to bunt and gets it up the first base line. So Comito, who grounded to third his first time up, looking to push bunt down to first.
Now, apparently here in these high school rules, a 2-strike bunt is not a strikeout.
We're learning this on the fly. It's been a while.
Because this is the second time we've seen that, so I'm putting that one on me. As the color man, I got to know this stuff.
No, that's on me. Lutzke at second, Rice at third. This is Comito, and he struck him out with a breaking ball. And a fine one on the outside corner for Barr. That is strikeout number 7 on the day. And it keeps the runners at bay at second and third now with 1 out, Matt Derry.
Man, that's a hard slider, 79 miles per hour by Barr. Outer half, off the plate. Comito just could not hold up. And now Ryan Trombley with 1 out. Infield stays in. First base is open.
Trombley struck out back in the second. Infield is in. And this is interesting. Quite a bit of respect for Liggett to bring the infield in this early.
And there's thoughts, too, to putting him on.
Yep.
And setting up the double play. But in this instance, it runs at a premium. They want to cut that run off at home plate.
Number 5 hitter Ryan Trombley pitches kept in front by the catcher Jones nicely.
Great block. Great block. And here comes Dan Cimini. He wants to have a little chat with his pitcher.
Little conference at the mound. We told you about the Catholic League champions in CD back in 2019. The last time it was played, it was 2-0. Liggett beat Gabriel Richard. In 2018, it was Macomb Lutheran North.
That's my neighbors.
Yes, it is. Knocking off Riverview Gabriel Richard 7-0. In 2017, it was Foley, a 9-1 win over Ann Arbor Father Gabriel Richard. 2016, Riverview Gabriel Richard with a 5-1 win over Notre Dame Prep. And, of course, Liggett had to hold out on playing in the Catholic League championship game despite competing in the Catholic League for a few years.
Yeah.
And I apologize, there's probably some other technicalities in there about how many years, but bear with me. Liggett could only start playing in the Catholic League championship the last 2019.
Gotcha.
His pitch is fouled away. This is number 14, Trombley. Ryan Trombley, the third baseman, and just a sophomore in the 5-hole for head coach Mike Rice. Best chance of the game to score, Matt.
I mean, he just wants to put the ball in play. A fly ball would get the job done. Infield very tight.
0-1 count from Barr.
There
Fly ball, center field. Over to get it is Randazzo. Tagging at third and coming home is Rice. The throw is up the line, and it's 1-0 Cardinal Mooney on the sacrifice fly by Trombley.
They thought he left early. I got to be honest, and I think Dan Cimini is having the argument with the umpires. It looked like he left early.
Well, let's take a peek and see if he did leave early. For now, it's 1-0 Marine City Cardinal Mooney, top of the fourth. And we'll give the RBI to Trombley.
Well, I think what's going to happen here is Barr is going to step on the rubber, step off, and they're going to try again. I don't think the umpire is going to change his mind, but, boy, it did look like that.
Let's take a
runner
look.
Left early. Trombley lifts it into left.
Randazzo makes the catch.
Tough to tell.
And hard to tell there if he left
look,
early.
the throw was up the line as well, but I was watching it, and he looked like he got a half step before the ball was in the glove.
No appeal. Sharp ground ball to short. Purify has it, goes to third. No force, but the tag is applied on Lutzke, and that'll end the inning. But not before the game's first run. Cardinal Mooney coming from Marine City trying to pull the upset against Class C's top team, Grosse Pointe University of Liggett. We're back to Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan, right after this.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Glad to have you here on the prep for Catholic League championship action. Boys baseball. It's University Liggett trailing Cardinal Mooney, 1-0. Cardinal Mooney looking to keep their streak a-rolling. They've won 11 in a row. And coming off a semifinal win at Comerica Park back on Monday morning against Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard. They won 4-0. Want to tell you all about our favorite sponsors. And Cold Weather Bats is proud to be a partner with us here. And it's a wonderful podcast with St. Mary's assistant baseball coach Brian Sikowski and also Grosse Pointe South's assistant Brandon Justice. And boy, do they do a great job talking about amateur baseball, mainly high school baseball in the state of Michigan. And they feature players. Players come on.
How cool is that?
A lot of coaches come on, and that's cool.
Yeah, no, but the kids, they love it.
The kids, they live for this. And, and Justice and Sikowski really get it. Cold Weather Bats, check them out at Cold Weather Bats on Twitter. And check their podcast out. It's outstanding. You can check them out on Twitter, Cold Weather Bats. They also do a top 25, and we'll run through that top 25 at some point here today.
Have they had you on?
No. They want their ratings to continue to soar.
I knew that was coming. Well, let's talk packaging.
Yes, that's
with
right.
Chad Bush.
Randazzo, Barr, and Jones here in the Liggett fourth. They're in a position they haven't been in much this year. They're trailing. There's a rip down the line, but playing in is Trombley. Cuts it off, throws to first, and a great call to play in on that, Matt Derry, to get the quick out here in the fourth inning.
Well, Ryan Trombley's been the hero so far. The sac fly in the top half of this, or in the bottom half of the third, or excuse me, the top of the fourth, and then a nice stab here at third base. Got the ball in front of him. Step and fire. A little low, but a nice scoop by Comito. And one pitch, one out.
Here's Kurt Barr, the pitcher. And, you look at it now, I mean, there's 8 outs left for Liggett. Of course, it's a 7-inning game. And this is a big batter for them. And Kurt Barr, who pitches, but he's also a reliable hitter.
Home plate umpire had some sort of pause for a second.
You got a call.
You got a phone call?
Yeah, milk and bread, honey. Milk and bread.
It's a little early for that, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe donuts. We've got some donuts in the house.
Yes. Good work by you.
Well, we got to talk about Pat Bush again. He's
the
one who brought those donuts.
That was Pat's
PB on the donuts. But Eli Wiles requested it. Eli's one of those guys, if you don't feed him,
he's cranky.
He's cranky, so we got to get our lead camera guy his donuts in the morning, and PB came through, and we're all happy. Look at Eli out there.
The E-man.
Guy looks like he never ate a donut in his life, but if he doesn't eat 4 in the morning, he's going to be cranky. We fed him.
Did he Snapchat today?
Oh,
and,
did he?
Post on his story that he was here?
I would hope so.
Yay or nay on that? Oh, yeah. He's focused on the game, he said.
Oh, I love it.
What a
Glad
guy.
to have him.
Oh, legend. The Wiles boys, the Wiles brothers.
Wait a minute, there's another one?
Oh, yeah. Seth and Eli, these are the top camera guys in the country, in my opinion.
I didn't know he had a brother.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Pitch is laced to center field. This is a base hit and a firm swing out of Kurt Barr. It's a 1-out single in the bottom of the fourth with Liggett down 1-0.
Well, first hit of the ball game for Liggett. Barr as the pitcher will get pinch run 4. Ghost runner.
What are we playing, wiffle ball in the back? Ghost man on first. We have a ghost camera in center field.
Well, we're not. I meant to say sub runner or whatever they call it.
I know, courtesy runner.
Courtesy, thank you.
Yep.
But nice swing from Barr there, and let's see if we can get a little action going on the base pass for Liggett.
Yep, nice replay there. Did we see who the pinch runner is? There's a ground ball to second base, could be 2. The scoop to short to Bodecker for 1. Relay to first to Comito, and it's a Cardinal Mooney double play.
I'd say that was slowly hit. The grass is a little bit thick here at Jimmy John's Field, but what a great turn, 4-6-3. Ryan Jones, the catcher, doesn't run all that well. And watch this. This is beautifully done. Boom, boom. And just a rifle from Bodecker to first base.
And that ends the fourth inning. We go to the top of the fifth. Catholic League Championship Baseball coming right back at you right after these.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field in Utica. Right now it's 1-0. Marine City Cardinal Mooney, 21-3 on the year, number 2 in Class D. leading Grosse Pointe University Liggett, the Knights #1 in Class C, and have won 22 in a row after losing their first 2 games. Matt Derry, we've got an upset brewing.
Yeah, anything can happen in just one game. Certainly Barr has pitched very well. Lutzke as well on the other side for Cardinal Mooney, as we've had just 4 hits in this baseball game. But excellent defense being played that last inning by the Cardinals. Trombley making the play at third. And then the turn, 4-6-3 with Bodecker at short. And, of course, the second baseman, Julio. Very nice stuff. And so far, so good if you're the guys in black leading 1-0.
Clean baseball. And that's what we expect to see at this championship level. This is the CD Championship, otherwise known as the Cardinal Championship. The Bishop Championship is the AB Championship, and that's Orchard Lake St. Mary's, #1 ranked in the state of Michigan, #3 in the country, according to Perfect Game, against Birmingham Brother Rice, who's also spent time as high as #3 in the state of Michigan. So that's going to be a great battle. St. Mary's has had their way with Brother Rice this year, winning 5 games against them this year, all mercies, but you're going to expect Brother Rice's best effort today.
It's a different, all the pressure, of course, is on St. Mary's. Here's a strikeout.
Down on strikes, another strikeout for Kurt Barr. This time the victim is #8, the DH Nathan Super, who leads off here in the 5th inning for Cardinal Mooney, who leads 1-0.
You talked about it, Chad. You play at Jimmy John's Field. Everybody thinks St. Mary's, they just breeze through and if you're Brother Rice, what do you have to lose? You're going to play loose?
Right.
Should be a good game.
Chopper to third. Thomas Rice is going to ground out. Green to Leonard. And there's quickly 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring up the #9 hitter, Bodecker.
Tell you, wherever Matthew Green goes to school and plays baseball, they're going to get a stud. I love watching him play today. Really, really good at third. Nice at bat earlier in the game.
It's been a clean game, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Just 1 error. And but there's been a lot of, sometimes you see no errors. Well, there haven't been as many chances. There's been a lot of chances on the ground in the air.
There has. Kurt Barr right there hitting 88. High fastball.
How about that? I like the fact that you've got eyes on that. I still haven't seen that gun. I'm glad you do. There's a ground ball up the middle, sharp to his right, on the run, guns to Leonard. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom half of the 5th on the prep. We're back in 30 seconds.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Want to tell you all about our sponsor, Ever Tidy Janitorial Services, commercial cleaning service, servicing the Tri-County area since 2018. Contact Nathan at 734-304-2993. evertidycleaning@gmail.com. You can also get them, again, at 734-304-2993. Ever Tidy Janitorial Service and commercial cleaning. My name is Chad Bush. He's Matt Derry. Catholic League Championship, the CD Division, the Cardinal Division title, 1-0 Cardinal Mooney, and Liggett really has to get something rolling. They've got 9 outs to work with, Matt Derry.
Yeah, and so far they have not been able to solve the left-hander Blake Lutzke. Not exactly, sometimes they talk about crafty left-handers and guys that throw junk. Blake's been mixing in that fastball and certainly breaking stuff. He's done a nice job, kept him off balance. You can expect this Liggett team at 22-2 to get that bat. They'll get those bats warmed up a little bit.
This is the 6th start, or appearance rather, for Lutzke on the season. He's 4-3. Or excuse me, 3-0 on the year. Pardon me, 3-0. This is his 6th total appearance and his 5th start. And he has a .67 ERA, and that thing is continuing to lower by the minute.
Love throwing the first pitch breaking ball to Bodecker there. Get ahead. He's kept him off balance today. Just one hit. Or excuse me, Matthew Green. Sorry about that.
That's all right. So Green awaits the pitch from Lutzke. Lutzke trying to hold on to this shutout.
Mixed up my number 5s, Chad. Thank you for that.
I know. I've done that a couple times. It's all right.
Green, I'll tell you one thing. You throw him that curveball again, he'll wait on it.
And it's a fastball on the outside part. And so the leadoff man has walked. When you're up by 1 in a game like this, Liggett now with a chance to do some things. They've got the heart of their order. Jack Jones now comes up, their 6-hitter. The Michigan State commitment.
It looks like at least Mooney thinks a bunt is coming here.
Yeah.
So they've got their third baseman Trombley in again beyond the cut of the grass. Are you bunting down 1? I don't know if I am.
Some thunder in the bats for Liggett. Snap throw down to first. That's scary if you're Coach Rice. When your catcher's snap throwing down.
Thomas Rice has the bandana going too.
Oh yeah,
Karate Kid look.
Oh yeah, Cobra Kai.
That's right. You watch that on Netflix?
I watched one and fell asleep and never watched it again.
Oh man, it's good stuff. Actually.
I heard it was good.
It's not bad.
We didn't connect on the first time. I'll try him again. Cut and a miss. This is number 12. Jack Jones, the 6-hitter. He's headed to Michigan State. He's committed. He's the number 19th rated player in the state of Michigan in the sophomore class.
Now
Jack
he's
Jones.
bunting.
There's a bunt down first. That's going to go foul, but come back, and wisely, the pitcher comes over. That's a smart play by Lutzke. That hit the berm.
Yep.
That thing was beelined back into fair territory.
Until the baseball is touched, the umpires will wait it out. But you're right. Once it sort of hit the lip of the grass on the right side, it was making a left-hand turn into fair territory. So Lutzke smartly picked that up.
1-1 count, runner on first. 1-0 Cardinal Mooney.
Watch this. See, now it's making a turn.
Yeah.
Great job by Alex and the crew.
Thank you, guys. Bunt attempt by Jones is fouled. And as we've learned, he's not out. You can keep bunting all you want. Oh, they're going to call him out.
The second one. It's the first one you try.
I give up.
I know. The first one.
I don't even want to hear.
I know.
I'm going to get more confused.
Where's the rule book? Can we
Where's the rule book? Where's Vic online. Michaels? I want to talk to Mr. Michaels. I want clarification.
You're going to get in trouble.
No trouble. We need a rules decision. All right, so that is out number 2.
Out number 1.
Out number 1. Here's Oliver's service. Throw back to first. Back safely is Mr. Green.
I mean, I know that Lutzke has pitched well, but back-to-back bunt attempts, I don't know. Swing the bat. Let the kids swing the bats here.
Yeah, I hear you. Here's service. He fouls it back. Is that a foul tip? Yep.
Nope. Was it? No, I think they're saying just a pass ball.
Okay.
Yep.
Runner advances to second. So down to second now in scoring position is the game's tying run here at the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Green has stolen base.
Rice unable to handle that. That's why he was running on the play. So it was a good pitch to run on. Probably would have had it anyway. And Liggett can do this. They do have some speed. They just haven't had runners on really to get them over.
And, of course, the old adage is it's always easier to steal third than it is to steal second against a left-handed pitcher because his back is turned to the base. So
that's right.
Let's watch and see what Mr. Green does at second.
Rice shades in center field to the left field side. Cut on and miss. Foul tipped, they'll say, into the glove of the catcher Rice. That's 2 outs now. Down on strikes is Oliver's service.
And they just cannot wait back on that breaking ball from Lutzke. He's changed speeds a ton today, and especially this half inning. Just a lot of breaking stuff. 2 down.
Just the 4th strikeout of the game. Lutzke, a guy that came in striking out 49 against just 9 walks. There's a chopper to short. Going to have to hurry. Bodecker with it. Fires to first. And Cardinal Mooney gets out of it again. And Liggett strands a runner. 1-0. We go to the top of the 6th. Cardinal Mooney looking for some insurance runs. This is the prep.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
One nothing. We've got a shutout brewing in Utica at beautiful Jimmy John's Field. Thanks for hanging out with us on this morning, on this Thursday morning. A championship will be decided in both the AB and the CD divisions. This is the CD title game. Both starting pitchers putting on a show. This is Preston Barr for Liggett. He's been fabulous. He's given up 1 run on 3 hits. He has 9 strikeouts. And the other fella that has the headlines right now is the pitcher. And what a job by the pitcher for Cardinal Mooney, who's been fabulous in this game. Blake Lutsky, we'll forgive him about all those hat fall-offs.
Doesn't matter.
He's been phenomenal and just 4 strikeouts, but he's been just perfect. Matt, how would you describe his outing so far and how he's done it?
Like I said, early in the game, a lot of fastballs and good location, and then lately he's been mixing in that curveball and a changeup. Only he's given up 1 hit. It's a good defense played behind him. And here we go. Just a 1-0 game, but still a lot of baseball left as we move to the top of the 6th.
We take a look at our top 10, sponsored by Cadillac, LaFontaine Cadillac, and Perfect Game. You'll notice the team playing at the 12:30 game is Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and they are nationally ranked and 3rd in our latest poll this week by Perfect Game. Thank you to our sponsor, Cadillac LaFontaine. What do we have going on here, Matthew?
It looks like could be a substitution.
Looks like we have that at first base. We got a substitute.
Alec Leonard, yep.
So Leonard on at first base. Well, he's been actually playing first base and getting DH'd 4, so I'm not sure what we have there. But we've got a runner on first that gets hit. So a hit batter to start the top of the 6th. Cardinal Mooney up by 1-0, looking for insurance runs against the top-ranked team in Class C, Grosse Pointe University Liggett. What happened there? Let's take a look.
Just the first pitch. Fastball that clipped the left arm.
Yeah.
Leadoff man on, and now ball gets away.
Ball gets away from the catcher. Gets away from Jones. And down to second goes number 2 for Cardinal Mooney, who has snuck into the lineup.
Nope, DiGiuseppe.
Oh, DiGiuseppe, thank you.
So not a good start for Barr here in the top of the 6th. Chad trying to keep this thing at 1 run. You see the ball go through the legs of Jones. Now your leadoff man's at second.
Leadoff man at second. Trying to double their lead is Mooney. Line drive foul out of play. This is the number 2 hitter, Trent Rice, the sophomore. And Trent Rice has had a heck of a year. Trent Rice also pitches, but he's the top hitter on this team, batting .409. And he has a hit already today. He's driven in 20 to lead this club and leads in nearly every offensive category.
Mm-hmm.
Had a single and scored back in the 4th, the game's only run. Ground ball to second. It'll advance the runner, but Sharp will handle it cleanly, throw to first. And so the runner advances. There's 1 out, and now some choices here for Liggett, or for Cardinal Mooney, as they bring up their number 3 hitter and the pitcher to help his own cause, Blake Lutsky.
Well, let's see if Blake can get the job done. Infield will come in again. Great piece of hitting there by Rice. Just put the bat on the ball. Their leading RBI man, but that time kind of gave himself up for the team. That's okay.
Lutsky singled back in that scoring 4th inning, and it helped get Rice to second, and in scoring position he would eventually score. So runner at third with 1 out. Cardinal Mooney up 1-0. The infield in for Liggett. This is popped up. Shallow right field. Barr circling under it. Tagging at third. Coming home is DiGiuseppe. The throw to the plate, and he is out at home. Out at home. He missed the plate. DiGiuseppe tried to slide around. Here comes Mike Rice to argue that he touched it on his way through, but the home plate umpire said no, he did not.
Wow.
And the catcher, Jones, give him credit. tags out DiGiuseppe. Here's a look at it again, Matt.
This is unbelievable. It
was a throw-in that was cut off by the first baseman.
Barr to Leonard, throw home, missed the base. Now watch this, though. It still looked like on the second attempt that he touched, that he beat the tag the second time.
That is the third out of the inning. And so that ends the inning. It's a double play on the catch in right field by Barr.
Yep.
And the throw home to Jones. And that's a big, put a star next to that one out. Mike Rice has his word with the home plate umpire. But we'll trust the umpire who was on the play that he got him out.
Let's see it again. All right. Alex and the crew going to put this together so we can see it again. Yeah, very unhappy. Anthony DiGiuseppe arguing there. Man, that was crazy. Because I think the home plate umpire made the right call originally, which was he didn't touch the plate on the head first slide. His hand didn't touch it. So he did his job.
No sign.
No
right.
signal.
Sure.
But then the catcher, Rice, kind of turned his back for a second. Watch this.
Thanks, guys. You got another shot here. The
right,
slide
now
home.
Watch the catcher.
Jones tags him.
Or Jones, yeah.
Jones tags out the runner, DiGiuseppe.
But DiGiuseppe stepping on the bag, that was close.
And
that
you
was
thought
real
he
close.
got it?
I
yeah.
thought he got in,
okay.
but looking at that angle, maybe Jones did get him.
I think he did.
But it looked like originally that Ryan Jones thought he was out anyway because he tagged him the first
right.
time.
And then Jones, I don't know if somebody yelled from the bench, but he was nonchalant.
Tag him again.
Tags him again at the last second.
Yep.
We're going to get another look at this. This is a great angle. Thanks, guys.
Right.
He misses the plate,
and
no doubt.
he misses the tag.
Jones comes back, and it is a bang play. He tags him on the shoulder. The foot snuck in. It's too close to tell. I couldn't argue with the umpire if it was wrong. It's bang.
Yeah. Umpire did the right thing.
He did. They got it right. And so now we are in the bottom half of the seventh, and Liggett needs a run. Bottom of the sixth, rather. Thank you, sir. And this is number 9, Reggie Sharp, the number 9 hitter in the second baseman for head coach Dan Cimini, who has won some titles. Oh, has he ever. 3 titles in Division 4. Runner-up last year in 2019. Went to the Division 3 state title game. There's a line drive, center field, coming in and making the catch is Rice. And that's a strong loud out, but out number 1 nonetheless in the bottom of the sixth.
And Reggie Sharp hit that right on the nose. It's kind of been the way that this thing has gone today for the guys in the powder blue uniforms. Everything hit hard. Watch this swing. Beautiful. But an atom ball. That's just an out in the box score.
Yep.
Nice play by Trent Rice out there. And again, anything misjudged on something like that, Chad, if Rice had the sun issue or whatever it is, that's an inside the park home run.
That's right. We talk about the young and the youth of this team as we get Purify up to the plate. Those are freshmen in the number 8 and 9 holes for Grosse Pointe University Liggett. Future's bright. This one's cracked to left. That's going to drop for a base hit. That'll drop in front of DiGiuseppe, and that's a 1-out single for Purify, the Michigan commit, the number 1 rated player according to Perfect Game, and we see why there with that strong swing to left.
Just the second hit of the day for Liggett. It's the man you want on the base paths, Purify, and now you get to Randazzo and Barr and Jones.
The other hit was by Barr, who is in that on-deck circle, as Matt mentioned. He will get a chance to bat if Cardinal Mooney doesn't turn another double play. That was a big part in theme back in the 4th inning. So runner on first after the single.
There he goes.
And there goes Purify, and they'll never get him. Ball gets away from the catcher, Rice. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, and you see why scouts love Mr. Purify headed to Ann Arbor.
My gosh, he's a total package. 5-tool guy.
Great jump.
Yep. Look at that speed.
Here's Joey Randazzo.
And got right up.
And this gets off of the catcher, off his shoulder. There was a cross up there, was there not? Runner advances to third, and it's just 90 feet away from tying this thing up here in the bottom of the 6th.
Tell you one thing, the way that Purify runs for Thomas Rice, the catcher. He got a very fortuitous bounce off of that back wall. If that thing goes any other way, that's 2 bags and a tie game.
Now, the backstop is closer than most, is it not here?
Correct.
Yeah.
So that the fans of the suites and the dugout suites can be close to the action, but still.
Comes the pitch. It is low. So now 2-0.
Wait, they called that a strike?
Oh, they called it a strike. My bad. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, but it was in the dirt.
I know. This is Joey Randazzo, the left fielder.
We were just lauding the home plate umpire before, and that one skidded in for a strike.
He struck out and is grounded to third. This one is flown to right. This should tie the game. Coming over near the line is EODC. He'll make the catch. The throw home won't even be close. Purify slides, and we're tied at 1 in the bottom of the 6th.
Great piece of hitting by Joey Randazzo. Look at that bench. They're going crazy.
The Powder Blues are popping out of that third base dugout.
We've scored. The tie game, and the pitching has kept them in it. And that's pretty good baseball right there. Get on first, steal second, advance to third on that wild one, and then Randazzo bat on the ball, outside, a strike on the outside corner, served it to right.
Yeah,
and
just went with it.
Replay and get ourselves a tie ball game.
So Randazzo with the RBI, Purify scores, and this is Kurt Barr, the pitcher.
Nothing IODC could do in right field. Made a strong throw, but that was a deep enough fly ball.
No chance.
Tied this thing up.
Yep. Swinging a fly ball left field, not deep enough. DiGiuseppe circles it and makes the catch. That thing nearly got to the warning track. Ball is flying today, and flying far enough to right field to tie this baby up in the bottom of the 6th. Extra innings, can you smell it? We're back on the Prep in a moment. We're tied at 1. Let's go to the top of the 7th. Thanks for hanging out on the Prep.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played. We are responsible for helping the MHSA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe all athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically. We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop,
while still keeping high school sports in perspective. We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Welcome back to Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. They play the USPBL here, and we've got a beautiful afternoon for baseball, picnicking, whatever you wish. A nice stage out in right center field. Are you performing later after the game?
Oh, stop. Here we go.
Well, you've performed here quite a bit.
Well, I have. I've done,
tell us what you've done.
I've done interviews and, in-game things for years here, sort of the host here for many years. Our friend Chelsea Estes does it now. But no, I've not been out on the stage with the bands when the bands are here on Friday nights.
Yeah, that's fun.
Or Saturday nights, I should say. Fireworks on Friday nights. Folks, you've got to come out to United Shore Professional Baseball League this summer and make a night of it for sure.
No doubt. Andy Appleby, Dana Schmidt, they run a great, clean program here. Justin also.
Legendary Justin. Jeremiah Hergott. You've got Dylan. My guy Dylan does the field.
Jeremiah hooked us up.
The field is in great shape.
Great. Yes, it is.
Great shape.
Credit Jeremiah for that.
Yeah, Katie Page. They got a great staff.
They do. Katie helped us get hooked up here in the suite. We're happy for that, thankful for that. Great folks here. Come check out the USPBL. What a great product they have now. Is this their 5th year or 6th year coming up?
This would be, I believe, summer number 6.
Summer number 6. They've popped some pros out of here.
That's right.
So, yeah, this is a fun thing that's happened here in Macomb County in the Upper East Side. So, we've got baseball. It's a 1-1 game, top of the 7th, Marine City Cardinal Mooney. And this is number 7. This is Rocco Comito. That's a cleanup hitter name. Rocco Comito. He's a senior and the first baseman.
So Barr's still in the game, the starting pitcher. Jack Jones, who's been in the outfield today, is now warming up in the bullpen on the left field line.
Okay.
So it appears he might be your next pitcher here for Liggett.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Camito is batting .368 on the year. He's driven in 15 runs. And he chops and stays alive. The count is 0-2. All the way, both pitchers have gone.
Yeah, only 5 hits today, 1 error. Of course, for high school baseball, we play 7 innings.
We're getting rule clarification from Justin Sigler on what happens in extras. There's a pop foul playable between the catcher and the third baseman, giving way to Green, and he makes the catch. In foul territory for out number 1.
Our boy Jay Sig, I'm looking forward to seeing him on the football field this fall.
Oh, watch out for number 59.
Let's go.
Our OLSM student intern, couldn't do much without him. Justin Sigler. 82 degrees right now as we get a replay of that foul pop out of play.
Again, we talked about it as you see Green come over. This is a lot of foul territory at Jimmy John's Field. So for third baseman and first baseman, they'll get a little bit more action today on foul balls than usual.
Here's the man responsible for the 1 run for Cardinal Mooney. It's Trombley, and he's behind now 0-2. Trombley had a sac fly to right.
Yep, 4th inning sac fly for him.
Scored Rice.
Randazzo, 6th inning sac fly for ULS.
It's been this is a pitcher's duel, and this is a baseball game.
Yep.
Well played, tight. I mean, there's been 1 error in this game. There's been a lot of chances. We talked about it. Not many base running mistakes. I mean, these are 2 quality teams. I know it's C and D, but you could tell folks this is Class A, and they'd believe you.
Absolutely.
Quality baseball, the Catholic League. That's a pitch that's just off the plate, and that is going to walk Trombley. So Trombley, the sophomore, is on at first with a 1-out walk in the top of the 7th. So top of the 7th, again, like the top of the 9th in a major league game.
You wonder with Dan Cimini what he's going to do, how long he'll leave Barr in this game. Mentioned before, Jack Jones, who's been DHing, is warming up in the bullpen. I think Dan's going to make the switch here.
Dan Cimini coming out. He's got 5 state titles to his credit. He also coaches football, does Cimini. He's assisted by a nice crew as well. Assisted by Stephen Cathan, Joe Loria, Rick Leonard, and Connor McCarron for the number 1 rated Division III Grosse Pointe University Liggett Knights.
He's leaving them in, I think.
Yeah.
Or no?
Had a word with had a word with Barr, and Barr said, I want to go higher. Raise the bar. Let's keep going.
The bar is high? Remember that was an old Marty Morningwig line, the former Lions coach.
Doesn't feel right not having you play a siren.
My gosh. That is an old bit. Well, Dan's keeping him in, so.
Okay.
A slow stroll from Dan Cimini. Now a jog. Back to the dugout. 1 on, 1 out for Cardinal Mooney.
8 strikeouts on the day for the right-handed hurler, Kurt Barr. Man on first, man out. The go-ahead run at first. There he goes. Pitch is taken, and it is a stolen base. In there with a stolen base and a big one for Cardinal Mooney. That's number 18 or 19. We got a pinch runner that snuck in there on us. And that's Nicholas Garcia. So Garcia, the pinch runner, has a stolen base and is now in scoring position with a go-ahead run at second base.
Tough throw for Jones. You see a good jump from Garcia. Jones with a 1 hopper did not have a chance.
Now time is called. This is Luke Julio. Julio spelled Julio. If we were in South America, it'd be Julio. But we're in North America and in Utica, and it's Julio. There's a ground ball to second up the middle. Backhanded by Sharp. Throw to first. Runner advances to third with 2 outs. So it's a ground out. And that'll bring up the number 7 hitter, Nathan Super, the DH.
Julio just serving that one to the right side. Obviously, if there was nobody out, that'd be a better play. But Barr with a good pitch. We're going to leave him out there.
Why not? I don't know what his pitch count's at, but in a Catholic League game, you figure it's fairly low. Runner at third. That's the go-ahead run. Big spot in this game right here. Nathan Super, the DH, is behind 0-1. And the pitcher Barr is one strike away from stranding the runner at third, Garcia, who's the go-ahead run here in the championship game.
Again, if you're just joining us, each count starts at 1-1.
That should be noted.
So he's got 2 strikes on him. He'll pitch from the windup. Here with a runner on third.
We will sit at 0-2. Infield is back for Liggett, except for at third. Green at the cutout. Outfield shallow, Matt, and of course they need to be here. Very shallow. Nathan Super in a big spot. Down on strikes. Struck him out, and a big flex from the mound as Barr walks off, stranding the runner at third, and a chance now for Liggett as we go to the bottom of the 7th, Matt, to come up and win in walk-off fashion.
Great pitch by Barr, a little breaking stuff, curveball. Watch this. It just drops. Boom. Strikeout number 9, and here we go. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Just 5 hits in this game. An opportunity for somebody in powder blue uniforms to be the hero here.
We've got a rule explanation, and it's regular extra inning baseball if it goes there.
Okay.
No runner starting at second, not like Major League Baseball and college baseball. I understand it. Extras would be just standard. So
got it. All right.
That's how we understand it for now. So Cardinal Mooney will strut Lutzke back out there. He will be going for a complete game. Full 7 innings. He's been fabulous in this one, has given up just 2 hits and 1 run. Both pitchers have been great. 9 strikeouts now for Barr, who ends the 7th there with another fan. He's given up just 1 run on the day and 3 hits. My name is Chad Bush. Color commentator today, guest superstar commentator Matt the Diesel
I don't know about
Dare.
that. Chad, I just love hanging out with you, man. Wherever you tell me to go, I'm there.
All right. I'll keep that in mind this weekend. Alex Westfall is your executive producer. Pat Bush on stats. Eli Wiles on a camera down that first base line. Kyle Buchanan on a camera. And Alex Johnson here as well. Great crew today. We're glad to have you with us. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball and a beautiful bender from the lefty Lutzke. Lutzke's ERA came in gaudy at .68, and that thing has perhaps been lowered today. There's a chopper foul, so quickly ahead 0-2 on a big power hitter in Ryan Jones. This is a kid ranked 27th in the class of 23. That's the sophomore class. And Jones today in that cleanup spot has flown to right and bounced into a 4-6-3 double play. So not a lot of production out of this cleanup hitter and this catcher. Jones has been solid behind home plate, though, hasn't he?
He has. He's done a good job. And like you mentioned before, everybody really defensively has been sharp today.
The lefty has it tapped at home. Don't forget, coming up after this one, we're expected to go on air at about 12:15 for our pregame coverage of the Bishop Championship, otherwise known as the AB Championship, otherwise known as number 1 Orchard Lake St. Mary's against Birmingham Brother Rice. That pitch is up and away. There will be a lot of scouts lined up for that game. A lot of commitments, pro prospects. Number 1 rated player in the class of 2021, Alex Mooney for St. Mary's.
What about the B-Peer?
The B-Peer, who is the number 2 rated prospect in the class of 2022. Of course, Brock Porter will not pitch today. He's the number 1 rated in the class of 2022.
He's unbelievable.
He might play in the field, but he's not going to start today. He's headed to Clemson. He touched 99 last week with his fastball. Already 2 no-hitters this year, 1 against Brother Rice. There's a fly ball lifted out of play, and that'll drift into the patio over there. You ever hung out in that patio?
I have.
Okay. some fun to be had down there.
There's just so many different areas.
What's your favorite part?
You got the Chevrolet clubhouse in left field, and then certainly patio areas, like you said, for events and parties down both the left field and right field lines.
Where does Matt and Heather sneak off to when you're not working a game here? You're having fun. Out the patio?
AAA clubhouse downstairs, Nate and the crew.
Yeah.
The bar.
Okay.
The food. Air conditioning is always fantastic.
Dig it. Leadoff walk to Ryan Jones. And here comes the head coach for Cardinal, Mooney. Coach Mike Rice, who does a fabulous job and has really built a machine at Mooney. And he's going to have a conference here with his infield. Has to be proud of his pitcher, Lutzke.
He's done a great job. He's battled. You can tell he's a little tired.
Yeah.
Fastball doesn't have the same, lift to it that it did maybe early in the game. He's throwing a lot of breaking stuff right now. And he hangs one, especially to this guy, Matthew Green. This game will be over. Look at how deep the outfield is playing for Green.
Yeah. They sure are. Matt Green, the third baseman, top 50 player in the class of 22. Liggett, who's played back-to-back one-run games, and another one today. There's a fly ball to left, hit hard, but hit right at the left fielder, Di Giuseppe. So that'll be loud out number one. And retrieving back to first base is the leadoff man who walked, Ryan Jones. Here comes Jack Jones.
That's good coaching.
Yes.
Mike Rice told his guys, we're playing deep, no doubles. And they were playing at normal depth in the outfield from a couple innings ago. That ball's over the head of Di Giuseppe. Instead, just allowed out, like you said. What a swing by Green, though.
That's right. Double play depth for for Mooney. There's a foul back quickly ahead, 0-1. This is Jack Jones, the DH, headed to Sparty Land. Jones, the number 6 hitter in the lineup. In the on-deck circle is Oliver Service, the center fielder. Brock Dunn is the principal at Liggett. There's a fly ball to right. This one's deep. Going back is Iodisi, and did he make the catch?
Yes.
He did make the catch.
Wow.
Tagging at first and heading to second is the runner Ryan Jones, but it's a long, loud out off the bat. Jack Jones.
And Jack hit that well, didn't he? A little bit of wind.
Man.
Go in that direction to right field. And
how about Iodisi to make that catch in right?
He was very, very composed back there. Watch this. Went back to the wall, didn't panic.
Yep.
A little bit of a jump. Knew where he was. That's a tougher play than it looked. Sure really is, especially when you're not used to it.
That's right. There's a line drive center field base hit. This will score the winning run. Rounding third, headed home is Ryan Jones. And in to score on the Oliver Service game-winning RBI. And Liggett wins the Cardinal Division title here at Jimmy John's Field.
They're having a lot of fun out on that field, aren't they? Oliver Service getting a huge hug from his head coach, Dan Cimini. First pitch, waited on a breaking ball, served it into left center with the outfielders playing deep. Man, oh man, Jones was able to score. What a game. What a terrific baseball game.
Sure was, and it ends with Jones scampering home on the Service single.
Dan Cimini's waving over to their coach saying, let's hug and high five.
Yeah.
Because, you haven't been shaking hands throughout this COVID time. Everybody's been kind of waving their caps, and Cimini says, let's do some handshake lines.
You don't want to argue.
Awesome sportsmanship.
That's right. Don't argue with Cimini. Don't argue with the CDC. They said, let's shake and hug, and we're doing it. What a way to finish our first title game here today of 2. Congratulations to Grosse Pointe University Liggett winning their 23rd game in a row after losing their first 2 games this year. And they come from behind to win the CD Cardinal Division title. Congratulations to the Grosse Pointe University Liggett Knights and also to Cardinal Mooney, the Cardinals, who led in this game 1-0 up until the 6th inning. when Liggett scratched out a run just to stay alive, and then in the 7th, the game-winning RBI single off the bat of Oliver Service. 2-1, your final score. Liggett over Cardinal Mooney. Matt Derry, your thoughts?
It's a very, very good baseball game. Two very good teams. They waited it out. You know, the guys from Liggett early, kind of swinging at a lot of breaking stuff. The fastball was really good at the beginning of the game for Lutzke. Boy, Blake Lutzke pitched his heart out.
Yes.
You feel terrible for that young man that he has to take the loss here, but give the guys from Liggett credit. They were patient. Like I said, waiting out those breaking balls at the end of the game. And Oliver Service, there's your hero. He lined a beauty into left center field.
Glad to have coverage for you here on the Prep. It's just game 1. We've got game 2 coming up at 12:15. Matt Derry and I will be on the air for a preview of St. Mary's and Brother Rice. We expect that to be a dandy, but the celebration continues for University Liggett. They end up winning this now their 2nd straight Catholic League title. Of course, they won the last time there was baseball. We skipped 2020, but 2019 it was Liggett, a 2-0 win and another tight one over Riverview Gabriel Richard. They are back-to-back Detroit Catholic League champions of the Cardinal Division.
Very cool. Very well-played game. Great sportsmanship on both sides. It's what this is all about. Fantastic job by both teams. And again, Dan Cimini's crew could have gotten really frustrated. Didn't have a huge day. Won a baseball game, Chad, with 3 hits. They played good defense. Give credit to Barr. He pitched well. And we'll get you one more game coming up here in a little bit.
So Barr takes the win, and he moves on, improves his record. Lutzke takes the tough luck loss. As Matt mentioned, both pitchers give up just 3 hits, but 2 runs for Liggett as they get the game winner, the bottom of the 7th inning, off the bat of Oliver Service, scoring Ryan Jones. That concludes our first broadcast. If you'd like to watch our second broadcast, feel free. It's a separate link. It will not be on this link, so you'll have to go to The Prep if you're looking for that link, or go to Orchard Lake St. Mary's Baseball or Brother Rice Baseball to find that out. And we thank you all for watching this. This will be available on demand as well. So on demand, there will be a charge for it. The live broadcast, there isn't, but it's a $7.50 charge, $7.50 to watch this on demand for as long as you wish. It's a keepsake for your parents, your child, and anyone else who's interested in watching this fine Catholic League present its champions here today at Jimmy John's Field in Utica. My name is Chad Bush for my partner Matt Derry. We'll sign off for now. We're back at 12:15 for Orchard Lake St. Mary's against Brother Rice for the AB and the Bishop Division title. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great afternoon, everybody, and we'll talk to you in just a short while.